Of course you are. Because this place is the origin.
As you can see, but if you give them a No, but we have to admit, it is not. The young man firmly believed that, and his point was even proven correct by Zeus's grant. What was it called? If the world was not, yes, the one that says it never. Either God is wrong, or. Oh, you need to understand that we are talking about a forgotten masterpiece from the 18th century. It was a beautiful dream, but it was still not the Ceres nor the Uranus, but a new planet. Now we are clear of what we found the Ceres, in other words. Now, imagine that you are walking alone in the darkest valley ever, even if it's only in your...
An old admonition is engraved here. Let no one ignorant of geometry or the irrational numbers enter. 37 told me you are the integers. She's the genius kissed by the god of truth. She can see our numbers and has never made a mistake. But I don't understand. Why would you break the silence at the meeting?
I apologize, Miss Sophia. I won't defend our behavior.
You may save that apology for later. If you can persuade more than half of the people to vote for your friend's commutation, perhaps she won't be sentenced to death. I have gathered some case files from the past. I hope it will be of some help.
These files are... But won't you be in trouble for helping us?
I have my own reasons. Integers are the living example of virtues, the standard of purification. It represents a soul existing in the world of forms, a true being. It is the floating points behind the decimal which dent the process of our overall purification. The evil. The ones who violate rules knowingly. The ones who turn a positive number into negatives. And a civil person, a criminal. If integers like you would lose your life over some unintentional mistakes, wouldn't it be...
Besides,
I can't stand the idea of you being killed in front of me.
not rigorous. For one thing, we still don't know Vertin and Sonetto's numbers. For another, the fact that every crow we've seen is black doesn't necessarily entail that the next crow will also be black. Even if every virtuous person we met has been an integer, we can't be certain that the next one will still be an integer. Same case for irrational numbers.
You're right, 37. But people always tend to believe that virtuous people are integers. That is what we call belief.
Correct, but not entirely correct. Every numbers are just numbers. They are not associated with virtues.
Unlike me, you're always right, 37.
I don't know what differs us.
Will you be at the assembly?
Yes.
Then I will leave them with you. I'm not qualified to set foot in the Hall of Truth. I have done poorly in receiving the guests. I will ask 6 for my punishment after the assembly.
Huh? So you are not coming back to my laboratory? Neither will you help me review the calculation results or sort out the books?
The scripture shall not be challenged. What's more, any students here can help you in the laboratory. It doesn't have to be me.
Had I known, I would have let someone else welcome Vertin and her friends. Like 210. He loves to brag to young ladies so much that he would take the punishment willingly, right?
You were that someone else who was assigned to receive them in the first place. If I hadn't stopped you in time, how much longer would Regulus's head have stayed in your mouth? Not to mention what happened last time. And the time before that.
But the fact that I have messed up all the receptions before doesn't mean I may excel in the next one. The chances of messing up the first reception and the 100th reception are the same.
Whatever you say, you little sophist.
Everyone says so. But compliments won't help her find her number. So, Vertin, are you ready for the debate?
Does that mean you will help us?
Of course. I don't want to miss the chance.
What chance?
The chance to see your numbers. There's no greater knowledge than the knowledge of oneself. And there's no more exciting truth than the truth of oneself. I can quickly tell which types of numbers you are, but it requires proof to know the exact number of your soul. I want to know the answer before you see your own numbers. So it's 37 who proves it, not Vertin.
I'd be glad to give this chance to you.
That's boring. Let's go, Vertin. The assembly's about to start.
Don't worry, Timekeeper. I'll defend myself. Back in the Foundation, I once won a public debate of a similar nature. This is my duty. I won't let it get in the way of the team's investigation.
Sonetto.
By our tradition, Miss Sonetto will be given the poisoned wine, so she will be muted and stay that way forever. However, Sophia raised her objection against the decision. After giving the matter some discreet thought, I have decided it is necessary to hold an assembly and take care of it democratically. Those of you who agree to the death sentence may remain seated. Those of you who wish to commute Miss Sonetto's punishment, please put your pebble into the pot in the middle of the hall. Now, Miss Sonetto, Miss Vertin, you may defend yourselves until the sand in this hourglass falls to the bottom.
I am Sonetto from St. Pavla Foundation. I wish all the honorable audiences here would lend me their ears to hear my defense as a humanitarian gesture.
What number are you? Defendant, the court requires an answer. What is your number?
What? Me? No, I don't have a number.
Don't waste our time. People without a number cannot stand in the Hall of Truth. All her words are void. Sentence her to death now!
Fortitude's argument is valid. Defenders, what do you wish to contend?
What? It's valid?
Objection! According to the record, the last time we inflicted severe punishment was in 1980 to a visitor who ate beans. He ate a carbuncle that feeds on beans. Then he was sentenced to death according to the set theory. In our scripture, eating beans is the most evil sin, which But if we are now executing people for breaking the silence at the assembly, how would it reflect our attitude towards the consumption of beans? Has the latter become... I suggest Sonetto's punishment to be commuted.
A good argument.
37's argument is deemed valid. The debate will continue.
Objection. The punishment for eating beans is to throw the offenders into the Gorgon current, while the punishment for the silence breaker is to drink poisoned wine. Among all the punishments we have, there's no other punishment more dreadful than being thrown into the Gorgon current. Because eternity and infinity are the two things we have the least knowledge of, which makes them the most ghastly punishments among all. Giving her the poisoned wine doesn't make the consumption of beans less sinful. Her argument is invalid.
Objection! Both of the crimes would fall into the same category if we are taking the punishment as a frame of reference, which is death.
Objection. The two crimes in question are not commensurable, which makes your comparison invalid.
What's this? I'm completely lost in this irrational debate. I see.
So that's how it works.
Timekeeper?
Relax. I will help you.
I object.
Forest party!
Look at my back.
I'd like to start by quoting 42's first argument. People without a number cannot stand in the Hall of Truth. In that case, it's not possible for Sonetto to commit a crime in the Hall of Truth, because she can't even be in the hall.
What?
Good point, Vertin. This is our chance to out-argue them.
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Oh. Right win. Щи! ВДВ. Сколько? Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Swallow my exhaust.
These are merely clumsy sophisms. We've all seen her break the maxim.
Objection! What you see cannot be submitted to the court as a transcendental fact. It's nothing but the fragments of the phenomenal world which can't be used in your argument.
Object.
Since Sonetto has no number, and a person without a number does not exist before the truth, Sonetto thus didn't offend your truth. She didn't break any rules.
Look at my back.
I'd like to start by quoting 42's first argument. People without a number cannot stand in the Hall of Truth. In that case, it's not possible for Sonetto to commit a crime in the Hall of Truth, because she can't even be in the hall.
What?
Good point, Vertin. This is our chance to out-argue them.
Fine. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? A little trick. Right win. Щи! Хорошо. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? A little trick.
These are merely clumsy sophisms. We've all seen her break the maxim.
Objection! What you see cannot be submitted to the court as a transcendental fact. It's nothing but the fragments of the phenomenal world which can't be used in your argument.
Objection sustained. Please, ladies and gentlemen, keep the debate logically consistent.
Since Soneto has no number, and a person without a number does not exist before the truth, Soneto thus didn't offend your truth. She didn't break any rules.
VDV time. Swallow my exhaust. Oh.
Objection! The rule breaker has a number. We can all tell that she is very likely an integer. Therefore, she should be identified as an unknown number, not void. Your sophism has failed.
42's argument is held valid. Is there anything else you'd like to add, defendant?
Tell you a secret, 13? We would call criminals negative numbers.
I got it!
Wanna watch the aerial? Хорошо, time. Don't blink.
It is easy to prove Soneto's innocence. According to the law of the excluded middle, Soneto either committed a sin or committed no sin. The two statements cannot be both false at the same time. Since we consider a criminal as a negative number and a non-criminal as a positive number, Soneto at present is considered an unknown number. That means she doesn't belong to the criminal set or the non-criminal set. She did not commit a sin and did not commit no sin. It's a paradox. I hereby demand to modify the criminal sentence that has been given to Soneto.
Come on, stand up. There's one more round.
The law of excluded middle. A good sophism. Good for you to create a paradox from one sentence of my argument. But pitifully, you've made a fatal mistake. You've taken my argument as the basis of your defense. I said people without a number should be expelled from the Hall of Truth. You don't have a number either, Miss Outsider. Based on my argument, which has also been approved by you, I argue that all your arguments are invalid.
There's no time left. 13 has a number. I saw it.
What? 37, do you know what you're saying?
Yeah. I read her number just now. 13's number is 0. Who ate beans? Given that it could be found, time to check my calculation. The form is above all. Rational. The final demonstration. Given that it could be found, the final demonstration. Intersect and divide. Welcome to the world of numbers. It could be found given that... Huh. Intersect and divide. The final, the perfect argument. Welcome to the world of numbers. Are you irrational numbers? Huh.
Come closer. That's right. That pad of paper from the miss? Yes, the one visitor to the island took out a baguette from his luggage. You can learn the punishments for them. Only God knows. Oh, the debate. That's right. But it won't change the fact that, anyways, and that argument of hers is the best attraction for the audience. You are neither positive nor negative. In a restaurant, is there any... Now, you owe that spirited little genius a... I always knew. That's right. 37 is only 30. Why not deify the one that is able to... I guess you all... It's so... What a...
Raindrops never actually fall.
Me? Did you find something?
Hold your horses. I'm coming.
Nothing unexpected. For now.
Huh, wow.
Plan A.
Please live up to my expectations, Colin. Pitch. Easy job. What interesting accident will happen next? Wow, huh.
As expected.
Don't worry. Let's have a cup of tea. Please live up to my expectations, colleagues.
Realm turns into reality. Your enemy is faced.
Plan A.
Hope I remember her.
An unconventional choice.
Wow, huh.
Plan B.
Don't worry. Let's have a cup of tea. Please live up to my expectations, colleagues.
Plan A. Plan B.
Wow. Please live up to my expectations, colleagues.
The show's on.
Just a reminder. Watch your steps.
Time waits for no one, even for a great food.
I would like to express my deepest regret for the accidents.
That went smooth.
Exactly.
Well done.
Raindrops never actually fall. They are motionless at the instant.